Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, this opportunity, I would like to explain about my presentation with the title Propositional Attitude Ascription by Mark Research. For the first slide, propositional attitude ascriptions are paradigms of non-extensionally replacing one sentence, predicate, or term following a propositional attitude verb with another with the same extension may change the ascription truth value. And then as Elsevier, Richard, I have defined that view that ascribing attitude is a sort of translation would make my use of am true is that something which relies one of Marcia's belief is well translated in my idiom with them is older than Clemens representations are what relies attitudes thus it is they which are translated. And then Fridge likes sign for reports of other attitudes in M. Margaret's belief that Tom is in Australia. The causal complements refer to what French called the truth that Tom is in Australia, that result of amalgamating the sense associated with Tom and is in Australia. To think that Tom is in Australia is to think about Tom and Australia. And then the true Margaret expresses with Tom is in Australia turns out to be something like that expressed with a sentence such as my husband is in Australia, where the name is replaced with a description she should use to identify Tom when involving references only the objects of her occurrences as an upshot to the truth condition of M need differ at all on the accounts of Russell and Fridge. And then one implementation of such assumption adopt to broadly Russellian account of content while jettisoning both Russell's requirement of an intimate epistemic relation to constituents of our truth and his view that proper names are truncated description. And then about Tao, 2002, indeed say Tao, whatever the significance of the new information one gets information that is new with respect to its truth conditional content that is actually significant. And then, for example, when we know that Jen used twine to name twine M, conveys that Jen's assumption is framed using twine. This is not true of S. If the truth of an utterance requires the truth of what is asserted, this show that the truth condition of an attitude ascription needed be simple rationally my use of R ascribe an attitude involving a descriptive conceptualization of twine. And then many Russellians shape a psychological picture along the following lines. When an attitude ascription is true, this is because the subject is in a token mental state, a belief state whose properties and environmental relation determine propositional content. And then pretend for simplicity that representation are mental token of English sentence. So the representation that determines Marcia believe that twine is older that claim is the English sentence twain is older that claims it's relevant. Parts are twain is older than and claims. And then what I say seems true. It seems it would be right in this situation. So say that the woman doesn't realize that twine is claims. We may suppose that the representation which the woman relies through are the man is that man, twine is twain, twain is claims. Okay, like that. So according to Solms, the questions get their theoretical force from their suggestion that on my few speakers commit themselves to claim about internal representation that they make assumption, but such that speakers have a heavily intentional commitment to a theory about representation. Okay, I think that's all about my materials. Thank you for your kind attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.